Hello everybody and welcome to our lesson number 10 for complete starters and beginners, or complete beginners and starters. And basically in this session I want to show you what is a shuffle. If you've been playing drums for a little bit, you probably know what a shuffle is, but it's a very common way to play drums and music. A shuffle comes mainly from American blues music, and it's a little bit tricky to play it because we are basing our notes on a subdivision coming from the triplets. So we're not anymore playing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We're not anymore playing 12/8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, although it's related. But what we are doing is we're now playing triplets. So we're going to be playing a shuffle over a triplet subdivision. So that it's counted with those triplets, and the counting goes as 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1. And our shuffle is going to be played on the 1 of each beat and on the let of each beat. So it's going to be 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1. And that's played with our right hand on the hat with the tip of the stick into the halfway in between the bell and the edge, as I always say, just to start with, to play a thinner sound, at least as a starting point. And then what we're going to be doing is we're going to still playing 1 on the kick, 2 on the snare, 3 on the kick, 4 on the snare. So that's going to be the same as a pop groove, the same approach in terms of counting 1, 2, 3, 4, but we're going to be subdividing that hi-hat differently, and it's not going to be a straight count of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, but it's based on triplets, and that's really hard at the beginning, so please be aware. I'm going to try to do the counting and just playing the hi-hat for you as I do the counting. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1. If you get tired of counting 1 triplet, you can always count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. The important thing is that you are subdividing each beat by 3 equal parts. It's not 1 E and, 2 E and, 3 E and, 4 E and. It's 1 and, 2 and, 3 and, 4 and 1. So it's not playing the first 3/16ths and leaving the fourth one out. It's subdividing by 3. So please be aware of this, because if you're not familiar with it, it can be a little bit confusing. So the counting is going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1. So again, I repeat, first and third note of each group of 3. That's why we have that gap in between those 2 notes. So 2 notes are a bit more farther apart and the next 2 are together. And that's why it feels a little bit weird when you play it the first time. It feels like inconsistent, but it's actually a very consistent groove, just based on a different subdivision that's called triplet, which it comes from subdividing 1 beat by 3 notes. Now we're gonna try to play our snare drum and our kick. So kick on 1, snare drum on 2, kick on 3, snare drum on 4, and I demonstrate now with a count. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1. So again, I'm counting all the way through those triplets. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. That's called shuffle groove, and when you play it quite fast, it's very hard, and then you can obviously change the bass drum pattern. Try to focus on the shuffle groove and changing that subdivision, because it feels completely different. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1. So that's your hi-hat line, and let's try to play the rest of the backbeat over the hi-hat line. And I guarantee you, if you haven't played this before, it feels like trouble, pretty much. But if you take it slowly, with a strong count, and you don't have a rush to get there too soon, I guarantee you it's always better, because having a consistent sound and a consistent subdivision and tempo, it's far more important than having the speed. In fact, having the speed without the accuracy and without the evenness of the subdivisions, it's pretty much useless. So I will recommend you to please have the patience to always practice everything at slow tempos and focus a lot on your sound, your timing, and things like that, and your consistency, rather than try to achieve speed too early. Because once you have achieved the muscle memory and you have achieved a good control of the timing and the subdivision, and you have a good internal count, it's a lot easier to speed up. Speed up is a kid's game. It's just repeating and repeating and repeating, and your hands and your muscle memory do the rest, just because you practice and you do the same thing over and over again. But it's a big mistake to try to do things faster than we are able to, because this will lead us to not playing accurately, which is what we don't want to do. We want to stay accurate, firm, solid, consistent, with great awareness of the subdivisions that we are playing and how do we use them, and the speed will come on its own just because you are repeating the practice and you'll get some endurance. So that's just part of the training. Don't get too frustrated. It always takes time to absorb anything that you're not familiar with. But believe me, if you practice, any problem will be overcome. It just needs to be tackled on the right way. For any questions, always reach me, message me, or email me. You know where I am. So thank you very much for watching, and I see you on the next lesson. Bye.